Beautifuls, welcome back to Tiny Bunny. The last thing we did in Tiny Bunny was having to deal with a bunch of bullies up on Anton's booty butt cheeks, being hella rude, and the owl showing kindness to Anton. And after that, the bully went missing. So I have a feeling the owl is the judgment of the forest in this town, placing punishment onto bad kids and rewarding the good kids. That's the gist of it. That's my theory so far in Tiny Bunny. So, without further ado, welcome Beautifuls to episode 3 on End, The Wolf's Grey Fur Will Stand. There it is. The missing poster. Samyan Baburin, 13 years old. I don't know what to believe though. A lot of the things... Anton believes there's some kind of magic that is happening in the town, but every time we think there is magic, the game, like, it solidifies that it's not. But then the owl shows up, and then it just basically solidifies that something is happening in the town. So I'm not too sure what is real and what is not real in this game. It's very hard to determine because we are in the perspective and in the mind of a 12-year-old who is dealing with a lot of unfortunate circumstances. He's the one who hated Baburin. You think he did it? I've heard he's a weirdo. I hurriedly rubbed my glasses. The glasses. Samyan was clutching them in his fist while I was getting beaten up. And in just a couple of hours, this lost item was lying on the ledge of my window. It was hard to imagine that Sioma suddenly got guilty conscious and returned my glasses in such a strange way. I was shocked, but kept walking toward the classroom, accompanied by nasty whispers all around me. The photos still stood before my eyes. Samyan has gone missing. Samyan is gone. His fat fingers will never get to my throat. His signet ring won't smash into my chin. He'll never humiliate me again. Oh, this is creepy. It's like he's saying he's thankful that he's gone. Should you be feeling that way? I mean, I kind of don't blame you because he was saying a lot of nasty things and it was giving me very murderous vibes. Wasn't that what I wished for? On the other hand, did I really wish Samyan to become a murky stain on the notice board? He was still someone's son or grandson and he went through the same struggles as me. Did he go through the same struggles as you? Did I really wish for my unseen companion to dispatch him in such a brutal fashion? I didn't know the answer. Oh, does he think this is his fault? I don't know. Maybe Samyan had what was coming to him. Maybe the owl placed his judgment on him. I still don't know the reason why these kids are missing, so maybe I should watch what I say. But also, he was kind of an asshole. Okay, Samyan was like the biggest jerk ever. Or I was just scared of it. I don't know how I feel about her right now. She was smiling evilly when the dog was getting kicked around. I did not like that. That grossed me out so much. I don't want to look at you. Nonetheless, school still had something nice about it. Polina, the girl with a violin, was like a mountain spring, like well water that you gulp down, pressing your lips against the zinc outer ring of a bucket, and can't ever get enough. I don't know, I've had enough of Polina. What if I make her one of the characters in the story I'll draw? The protagonist will save her from terrifying monsters. Oh my god, it's the other two bullies. Oh no, it's the other two bullies. Oh no. As soon as I thought of monsters, a bunch of my classmates slid down the rails, smirking like the xenomorphs from the Alien. Okay, game. Okay. Jeez, you didn't have to scare me like that. I immediately felt larvae of fear right in my stomach. I didn't want to cross paths with Romka and Bayasha after what happened yesterday, especially since Damien suddenly went missing. Oh, I'm so sorry. Why are all the kids here such jerks? I entered the classroom and went toward the last row. All of the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked there in complete silence. It felt like my classmates pushed and poked me with their stares. They carefully observed my every move. Did they really think it was his fault? Because I punched him? Come on, dude. You think I'm capable of making someone go missing? Look at me. I'm Anton with round glasses. They looked at me with mortifying mix of pity, ridicule, and derision, like a scientist looks at an ugly representative of a newfound species of worms. I stared at the desk with a huge pile of library textbooks on top. My fists clenched. Oh, you gonna punch someone else? I felt like I was the one who disappeared in that snowy forest, and my desk was finally used for something worthwhile. Samuel's empty chair stood in front of me. The chair that once belonged, Vova was gathering dust somewhere in another classroom. If your stomach makes that noise, you definitely need to go see the nurse, right? Right, Leche? Alright, let's sit down. After a moment of hesitation, I sat down at Babarin's desk, the place where I was supposed to be assigned by Lilia Pavlovna at first. The chatter resumed, as if someone just unpaused the movie. Ugh, I hate her. Katya? Ugh. No, I do not like you.
Babarin's grandma made such a fuss when he didn't return home. First, she ran to the school, then called the cops. Yes.
Katya snuck a cunning glance at me, then leaned into her neighbor and whispered something. Oh my gosh, she's so gross. She is so gross. Look at her. She's so nosy and spreading like the most heinous rumors to make... Oh my god. And everyone believes her. Girls from the second row also leaned in. She shared something with them too. Whispers, nods. I kept catching her stare on myself. Her neighbor stared too. The whole class was watching me. And now she is painting a huge picture with the words that she is saying to all these kids that he is the villain. And I just want to know how she ended up getting that role in this class to make her, what, like, she's no angel, okay? I don't know why you should believe everything she says. It was like they felt the need to watch me because they were searching for traces of blood on my fingers. I wanted to defend myself and shout, guys, listen, I'm innocent. Oh no, oh my god. Why are they looking at me? You know I didn't do anything. You guys were the ones who were trying to mess with me. Y'all were trying to stab me. This school is a wretched hive of scum and villainy, right? I feel like I'm in like a different world right now. Like everyone is out to get me. Everyone. And I'm just a new kid. I literally just came from a new town, from a new city. I literally came from a city, moved into town, and they are all decided to just hate me for no reason. The delinquents turned around and stared at me in silence. Their looks were dropping with malice. But why? What did I do to them? Their friend went missing and they're still focused on me. Suddenly, I noticed Basha drilling a hole in my nose with his eyes. It felt like he was about to point his finger at me and shout at the top of his lungs. Everyone, look! Babarin snatched his glasses yesterday, now he has them back. Murderer! But he remained silent as if there was nothing special at all about my glasses. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder if they know something that Anton doesn't. I may be going mad, but I think Basha knows something. He knows something, but he won't tell me what. As if looking for protection, I clutched the ruler until my hand hurt.
You don't have to be Columbo to solve this.
My god, shut up, Kaya.
Who held a grudge against Babarin?
Let me look at the glossary. Columbo, an American crime drama television series starring Peter Falk as Columbo, a homicide detective with the Los Angeles Police Department. Ah.
Who hit him yesterday? Bullied him and then...
You better not be just jumping to conclusions, Katya. Nastia. The metal ruler fell out of my weak fingers. It hit the floor with a jingle and then made the other kids shudder. Katya bit her tongue and squirmed nervously. Oh my god, they already painted me as the villain. I'm not Columbo, I'm Sherlock Holmes. No, you're detectives. Chairs scraped against the floor. My classmates moved away from me, closer to the exit, toward the teacher's desk. I was not the only one to catch wind of that change. Ramka and Byasha looked around and winced in contempt. Too bad they weren't afraid of me like everybody else. Shut it. I bet you Babrin just got a whipping from his old hag and ran off. They'll find him soon.
They'll find him, all right. In a ravine with the stomach cut open.
Oh. I gulped. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Content warning. Alright, everyone, just remember that there is content warning in this game. I imagined Soma on a snowy blanket, his face, white like a fish belly, split down the middle by the crevice of his mouth. Snowflakes falling on his glassy eyes and filling up his throat. See? I could almost hear his condescending tone. It's all your fault. But why was Samyan the only one get his just desserts for bullying me? Weren't all of them supposed to disappear? Ramka, Byasha, Katya, along with every laughing onlooker? Of course. Samyan did me a favor by disappearing. Thanks to him, my classmates now stared at me in awe. But that was only one side of the coin. What if I'll have to repay that favor soon? What favor? You have to repay it? I didn't even really consider that. You didn't ask. The door creaked. Polina entered the classroom. I don't like Polina. At first I did. Now I feel very indifferent about her. She's on thin ice. I straightened up in a hurry so she wouldn't see me looking like a scared critter. Polina went to her seat without looking at me. Oh, does she think I did something? I hate that sound. The ringer's trill announced the start of the class. All right, stop messing around. Class, stand up. You too, Petrov. Lilia Pavlovna went to her desk, followed by a policeman in a uniform. Oh, here it comes. It was a man that visited us just recently. Tall, and his stare so sharp you could get cut on it. Hello there, kids. Hi. You can sit down, kids. This is Senior Lieutenant Constant... Yep, I said that right. He's going to ask you a couple of questions and give you a small PSA. The class leavened up. Talking to a policeman was way better than studying. Oh my god. I, on the other hand, was ready to sit through hundreds of hours of Russian literature just to escape the lieutenant's oppressive stare. His brown eyes felt around the classroom, looking for me. Hair stood on the back of my neck, and an icicle has lodged into my gut.
Is it true that Babrin got killed by a serial killer?
Shush, Ekaterina. Let the adults ask questions here.
We're all scared. Maybe the killer is somewhere close.
Don't look at me like that, Katya! I do not vibes with her. I do not vibes with her. Get out of my face, Katya.
Maybe they're even sitting among us.
Her sly stare was directed at me. Oh! Is she flipping me off? She's flipping me off. She is flipping me off. Look at that finger. Oh my god, this child is bad. Muy mal. She needs to be grounded. She needs her makeup taken away from her. Tikhonov stepped in between the rows of desks and started walking at an excruciatingly slow pace. Brushing his fingers against the chairs he passed by. Some of the students almost broke their necks following his movements. Ooh, he is surveying the perimeter. That's how a crowd of commoners would gleefully anticipate a public execution in the Middle Ages. And he just walked, getting closer and closer to me. I gritted my teeth to stop myself from screaming. Calm down. breathe. He didn't kill or kidnap anyone. He already knew the answer to his question, but the policeman still asked in a stern voice. Anton Petrov? Yes? Stand up, Petrov. My muscles turned to stone. I got up, unglued myself from the chair. I felt like I could hear all my joints creak in the process. I only wish that Polina wouldn't turn around and see the grimace of horror on my face. If only I could be somewhere far away in the forest, digging myself into a snow pile, rolling up into a ball there. The officer stared at me, as if he was about to lock a pair of handcuffs on my wrists. I wonder how cold these bracelets are to the touch. He looks very scared. I want to know why they're questioning him again. Does he think he's a suspect? Do they think he is a suspect? And why would they think he is a suspect? Because he was last seen with him? I feel like they should be asking Samyan's friends. Those two over there in the next seat over. I imagined myself getting jailed and put into juvenile detention center where tons of Samyans would constantly harass me. I don't know anything. I have nothing to do with this. Nobody's accusing you of anything. For now. Oh my god, that scared me. Only then I noticed a file that said case number in his hand. It had a gray cover made from rough carton. Case number 131? It flopped onto the desk like a guillotine blade that slid down on someone's neck. Oh my god, that description. Why? With a measured motion, Tikhonov opened the file, still studying me with his gaze. I caught a glimpse of documents and photos. They showed prints on the snow. They looked like animal prints. Have you talked to Samyan Babarin before? I only knew him for a week.
Everyone knows that Petrov hated him.
I turned red. You ugly bitch. Oh, jeez. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but you said it. You said it. I don't want to say it, but you said it. But okay. It's true. These are facts. I wanted to sink my teeth into Katya's face and chew out her cheek. Okay, now we're getting a little sus here. Instead, I replied with the calmest voice I could muster. We had a fight yesterday, but he started it. So I hit him. How hard did you hit him? Not that hard, I mean. I waved my hand indecisively. Tikhonov looked at my fist as he was surprised that I managed to hit the big kid from the photo. Yeah. Surprisingly, Lilia Pavlovna came to my rescue. Babarin is a troubled teen. A true pain in the rear. Facts. Facts. The officer replied with a meaningful nod and fished out a notebook out of the file. Algebra! Oh, I love a good old algebra. Is this yours? I averted my gaze. It was a math notebook with my name on it. My classmates devoured me greedily with their eyes. It felt like even the writers on the portrait squinted at me in suspicion. Yes. We found it in the forest. In the area where the tractor driver who was plowing snow there last saw Babarin. I started... See, they spelled that one wrong. I stared blinkingly. Hold on. This sentence structure is not so good. Let me start over. I stared, blinking in bewilderment. Romka ransacked my school book. This notebook probably just got lost somewhere in the bushes. The lieutenant knew about the school brawl, but was he aware of the fight in the forest clearing? I had witnesses that could testify to Samyan and I walking in different directions after that. I looked towards the boys, hopeful. Romka, who sat behind Tikhonov, put a finger to his lips. Oh yeah, because you will get in trouble, wouldn't you? You pulled out a knife on me. I'm gonna tell. And when the officer quickly turned around, he pretended to pick on his nose. I deciphered his signal. Boys like Romka would probably say something like, snitches get stitches, in a situation like this. Yeah, I'm gonna freaking rat you out. I frantically fixed my glasses. Wait, Damien took them away yesterday, but now they're... So, what were you doing in the forest yesterday, Anton? I go to school throughout the forest. It could have easily fallen out of my bag. Oh my god, why are you defending them? Easily just like me producing this half-truth. Be careful out there. Before I could realize whether it was a genuine piece of advice or a veiled threat, the teacher said, "Class, the officer will now tell you about some rules you should follow."
So the killer does exist.
We can't make any of this public for now. Whether the criminal really exists or not, you should be mindful of your safety. The police, your parents, and your teachers all watch over you, but no one guards you better than yourself. Alright, any questions? A stockade of arms rose from the desks. You know what's a little suspicious though? How long has this been happening? Only recently, since they moved in, have kids gone missing. Is that a factual statement though? I'm not too sure, but that is my suspicion so far. Anton has been saying quite a few amount of weird things. Like, I wish the school would burn down. He did want Samuel to disappear. And then he did say like a really weird, nasty remark about Katya wanting to chew out her face. That's pretty weird. It's very graphically violent thought. I don't know if it's just he's a weird kid, or maybe he's having blackout moments where he actually has done something to them. Like, I'm starting to suspect Anton is the culprit here. A stockade of arms rose from the desks. The kids shouted over each other, swarming the policemen with questions. In an attempt to calm down that chorus, he moved toward the blackboard. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it, my breathing so ragged that I might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint. Beads of sweat rolled down my back. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching the officer's every word. Only Romka was saying something to Bayasha. Lilia Pavlovna was staring into the window, fighting back yawns. Oh, I can skip the stuff here? I'd rather watch what's happening. I want to open this. As soon as I touched the folder, Tikhonov lashed at me with his eyes. What the heck? It's my algebra book! My hand instinctively moved away as if that stare actually hurt. The officer just kept staring at me without saying a word, making me squirm under the weight of this uncomfortable silence and the sneering looks of my classmates. And then he suddenly continued his speech as if nothing ever happened. Okay, so I can't look at my notebook now. Alright. Oh, maybe I can open it when he's not looking. Nobody paid me any mind, so I slowly opened the file. Oh, I did it! Oh, shoot! My fingers started sifting through the documents. Oh, I'm being sneaky. Ksenia Talaleva, 6-year-old, left her home sometime in December. Identifying features. Okay. My heart almost jumped out from the ribcage. A round-faced girl no older than Olya smiled at me from the photo. The first victim of a serial killer? The first child to disappear in the forest without a trace? Ooh, I don't know. I turned another page. Vladimir Matyukin, 10 years old. Oh wait, this is the officer's document. I should not have done this. I should not have done this. Vova was the second. His mitten hanging from the branch. Okay, so if there was other people missing before he moved in, then it's someone else. It has to be someone else. His mitten hanging from the branch. His name called out by desperate adults and repeated by the sneering echo. Lilia Pavlovna coughed, trying to calm down the rowdy students. I yanked my hand away and the file closed. Should I look again? Oh. I clanked my teeth from surprise, pushed myself into the back of my chair, blinking in bewilderment. The officer silently gathered the documents, gave me a stern look. Well, aren't you a curious boy, Petrov? Let me say this again. Oh, I got caught! If you see anyone suspicious in the village, be it near the school or on the forest trail, contact the police immediately. You know our number, right? 02. Thanks for listening, boys and girls. Thank you, Lilia Pavlovna. And we'll find your classmate. Yeah, right. A thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches and maybe you'll be able to piece them together. Oh. What are... Oh my god! Like, these things... Like, he is 12 years old and he's saying, like, some scary things. I don't know. Like Legos. Oh my god! Oh, I would never compare that to that. Why? My thoughts turned evil for some reason, and I couldn't control them. You've been having evil thoughts. Boy, you've been having really evil thoughts. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the killer before? What if I was a hair's breadth away from them? Suspicious people. How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in the darkness? A weirdo that always appeared out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her riddles and rhymes. Did she really harm the hulking Semyon? Should I tell the officer about her? What if lives of other kids depend on this? Of the cute Ksnea and Vova too? Wait, what if I get mocked for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back, or what's even worse, think that I'm insane? Romka gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I doubt someone like him would approve of cooperating with the police. Katya's braid dangled nervously behind the delinquent sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the desk.
До свидания, лейтенант.
Tikhonov was saying goodbye to Lilia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It'll be too late soon. Tell him? Oh, this is a choice! Oh my gosh, should I tell him? I feel like everyone's gonna think I'm crazy if I tell him about the fox girl. The weird fox girl. Yeah, everyone's gonna think I'm insane if I say that. And I don't want to get bullied anymore. It's already bad enough getting bullied, right? I'm gonna stay silent. Ooh, what would you guys do in this situation? Would you stay silent or would you tell the police officer about the weird people that we have encountered? I mean, why the fuck did he leave it on your desk? Like, bruh, if it's that secret, don't leave it in front of a kid. Right? Right, Loco? They literally left that on my desk. Literally left that on my desk. Fox girls are Donnie Darko. Don't tell nobody. Ooh, leche. I fucking love you. Fucking love you. You have made your point. Case closed. You have made your point. Literally, Fox Girl is our Donnie Darko. You are so right. You were so right. We're gonna stay silent because Fox Girl is like the bunny for the guy in Donnie Darko. So, we're staying silent. Everyone will think we're crazy. No way. I've had enough of humiliation. Yep. I'll keep my head down, like a bunny. I locked my tiny fingers and zipped my mouth. I wish they would have said the name of the game. Like a tiny bunny. Haha. The bell rang. Quiet as a mouse. I got an achievement. We'll see if that one will be our doom or not. Lilia Pavlovna passed by without looking my way. Polina left after her. I really hope my choice was right. My classmates went at the same time as if someone muted the sound on a TV. They followed me with their eyes, the whole time I was passing between the rows. Judgmental looks. I felt like I was in the scopes of many sniper rifles. I squeezed through the barricade made of desks, looking for Polina. But I stumbled into my new buddies instead. Ugh. Romka swaggered up to me. Decided to rat us out to the cops? I didn't say anything. But sure as fuck thought about it, eh? Romka towered over me, breathing out a faint smell of tobacco. Ugh. You're very wrong if you think that without Syoma you'll have a better time here. We'll make this place hell for you. Got it? See you, Four Eyes. Ah, shut up. I will kick you in the butt. Oh! My head tilted forward from his slap. Oh my god, when will the bullying end? Ugh. What a loser, eh? Kick me? Oh my god. Oh, that is such an old thing. I wasn't surprised to find a note stuck to my back during the break. It said, "Kick me." My nightmare clearly wasn't about to end. Dang, I thought they would stop because I kind of could blackmail them, and I kind of want to call the police officer and tell them that they were the last ones to see him. It's been 7 days since the lieutenant visited our class. At first glance, everything was still the same. I was back to my home. The forest still held out its gnarly claws toward the village, and the wind whipped up white flags weaved from powdery snow every night. When my parents argued in the other room, I would turn up the TV's volume to silence their muffled voices and sit close to Olya. Volva and Semyon's photos were still 2 black spots on the notice boards, and round-faced Senya hasn't returned home too. But something did change. I could see how different the looks of my classmates were. They met me with a new portion of pokes and insults, contempt, mockery, and loneliness became my faithful companions. But most importantly, a shadow slid across my desk, leaving behind a mysterious note. I glanced into the space between rows, but the messenger was already nowhere to be found. Who sent me this note? What could this carefully ripped out note and neatly folded piece of paper be hiding from me? More threats and humiliation, or... I took the piece of paper and carefully inhaled the wafting aroma. Blackberry.
I'll be waiting at a cul-de-sac near the dressing room. Come alone.
Inside was a message in beautiful handwriting. I'm waiting at a dead end near the dressing room. Come alone. Drunk on that sudden call, I immediately started walking, looking over my shoulder from time to time, making sure nobody is following me. Even though I suspected it could be another trap set up by Ramka and Biasha at first, this buzzing thought soon left my mind. The two of them didn't have enough combined brain power to fake Polina's notes so carefully. I didn't even notice how I almost broke into a run and jumped around the corner. As soon as I did that, I rammed into somebody inside the dark nook. Ow! Like a magic bird, a green notebook glided to my feet. Polina puffed her cheeks in exaggerated anger.
Petrov, have you lost your sight completely?
I fixed my glasses. My nearsightedness wasn't that embarrassing anymore. I bent down and picked up the notebook. Sorry, I was in a rush. Were you waiting for me? Did something happen? Polina studied me with her eyes and clicked her tongue.
Do you know what you look like, Antosha?
No.
Like blues improv.
I blinked in bewilderment. What do you mean?
I always associate people I know with something.
I do that too, but why music?
It can't be anything other than music. Some people are like guitar solos, some are drums. People like our Lilia Pavlona are war marches. And you're so thoughtful, so mysterious, sometimes and a bit sad. You're definitely blues.
And what about the improv part?
It's when the listener has no idea where the melody will go, what tempo it will adopt.
Of course, some of the things Polina said went completely over my head, but I couldn't stop looking at her smile, like a light breeze in May, and her eyes deep and blue.
One needs to have experience and taste to recognize the music in you. You're not some pop music.
I don't think I even know what blues is. Oh my god, oh you just offended her? You pissed her off. Polina gasped and frowned, which made her look even more beautiful.
Don't say something like that to my face. I'll make sure to give you a cassette. Grandpa used to bring me so much music from the city. Jazz, swing, and classical too. He was the one to notice my musical mindset. When I was still very little, I tried recording the sounds of nature on paper. The songs of the rain and the forest.
I wish I had ears like yours.
And I'd love to have your eyes.
I tensed up, worried that she was making fun of me, but Polina shook her head.
No, I'm serious. You have the eyes of an artist. You're so good at picturing things. I can't do that.
Katya walked past us with her trademark frosty glare. Ugh. Why are you interrupting my moment, Katya? Can't Anton catch a break for 1 second? 1 second! We dove into the shadows, trying to escape it.
You understand why we're hiding here, right? Because of people like her.
And what kind of melody is Katya? Polina flashed me a sly smile.
The squeaking sound of unoiled door hinges.
That's not music. That's just a hindrance. That is too funny.
You know, this nasty descant.
I giggled, covering my mouth. Yeah, she's an unoiled door hinges. That's too good. Katya didn't hear our whispers, but she suddenly glanced over her shoulder, clearly annoyed. A moment later, she sighed and went her way. She makes me vomit. Disgusting! Disgusting! I remembered about the notebook I was still clutching in my hand. I turned it in my hands. Friends only. Polina Morozova? Instead of a subject name, the front side had the name of the owner and 2 words. Friends only.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
I'm sorry, is this a questionnaire?
Have you ever filled one?
I lied that I had. Ugh. Are you trying to impress her? In reality, girl classmates from my previous school had never asked me to fill their questionnaires. It was quite upsetting. Oh, is this a thing? In the school? Like, is this like a... Like, oh my god, she's asking me to fill her questionnaire. I think she likes me. I mean, it was a girl hobby. You just answer a set of standard questions about your favorite actors and colors, but entrusting someone with such a notebook was a sign of friendship. Ah! And maybe something even more. Something I only had a vague idea about. Oh my god, she likes me!
You can fill in mine if you want.
My heartbeat quickened. Oh my god. It's like we're skipping steps here in the relationship. Filling out her questionnaire. I do thank you. Polina giggled.
Actually, there's so many secrets there. You'd be better off not knowing what we girls think.
Okay. She reached for the notebook, playing with me. I tossed my finding into my free hand. Polina tried to intercept my move. Her hair briefly touched my face, tickling my nose with its silky locks. I sensed an aroma that immediately filled the whole world. Fragrant, alluring, lively. Oh, he's so in love with her. He is so... I'm still sus about you though, Polina, not gonna lie. She was like... She was on cloud 9 when that dog was getting kicked. That's a little messed up, Polina. I don't know about you. I need someone to like animals, not hate them. Okay? Okay. If only I could picture it, steal it for myself. I felt dizzy, but I gathered myself and spoke in a voice reminiscent of Lieutenant Tikhonov. Your questionnaire is an important piece of evidence, so I'm afraid I have to confiscate it for further examination. Polina covered her mouth that rounded in fake horror.
And what are the implications of concealing evidence?
We'll decide that in the course of our investigation.
I surrender, Mr. Policeman. Just promise you won't read anything. It's full of sensitive information.
I'm afraid I'll have to investigate whether someone's in love with Mr. Petrov. Oh, he's flirting! He's flirting the flirt! He's getting some! He's getting some! He's getting some of that questionnaire, and now he's getting some of that laugh from her. Ooh! Ooh! He's in cloud 9. He's skipping steps here. He is skipping massive steps. Polina burst out laughing and pressed herself against my chest, jarring me with the aroma of her hair and her milky skin. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that description. That's a weird observation, but okay. And her milky skin that looked almost transparent, with tiny threads of veins running under it. Her whisper was hot, like a piece of butter sizzling on a pan.
and swear that you will keep this information private.
I swear on my police badge.
Now we need to hurry, Antosha.
They're all sussy little buckers, milky. Nice. I never thought I would be like weirded out by a word descriptor. Like moist doesn't bother me, but milky, when you're describing skin, is weird. I took out the notebook during class. Skimmed through it, reading into other people's preferences. I was quite surprised to discover Romka's jerky handwriting inside. Oh, that's right. She did have... It looked like she had a relationship with Romka before. I don't know if they were friends or more. I don't know. His letters bulged out of the cells as if embarrassed by their shapelessness. Fearsome Romka found time for something so silly. I chuckled to my fist after I found out that Romka's favorite cartoon is not even Darkwing Duck, but DuckTales. Somewhere in the distance, a teacher was reciting pieces of Andreev's Snapper. I paid them no mind. Polina's page was decorated with flower drawings and clippings from the Cool Girl magazine. Her favorite musician is Schubert. Her best friend is her grandpa. Her hobby is not violin like I expected, but a much more mysterious listening. A much more mysterious listening. You know, listening to music? Maybe? Can such a mundane process really be someone's hobby? I looked at Polina over the head of our other students. She was focused on taking notes. Oh, you mean listening in general? Ooh. Questions. What's your name? What class are you in? Your favorite music, your favorite holiday, your hobby, what's your dream, your hero, your biggest fear, your phone number, your favorite cartoon, your best friend. In the bully number 8, he put a date on it, I think. I wonder what that was. Or was that the phone number? Never mind. It might have been the phone number. I flipped the pages until I found a blank one and armed myself with a pen. Anton Petrov, class 6B. I took a long time to decide on my favorite musician until a trendy pop band, Carmen, came to mind with the cool dancers in the music videos. Favorite holiday. This one's easy. New Year's. My hobby is drawing. My dream? Going to Disneyland, I guess. My hero? My hand moved on its own, writing that. I stopped on those 2 letters. What if those who read this after me will find my answer laughable and stupid? After thinking for a bit, I decided not everything should be disclosed on paper. That's how Dad turned into Spider-Man. The spelling was wrong, but who cares? Oh my gosh. Your biggest fear, huh? I immediately wrote losing a person who's dear to me. Oh, dang. That's yeah. I can agree with that. Your phone number. No secret here. Oh, that is the phone number. It looks like a date. Your favorite cartoon? Transformers. Oh, that's a good cartoon. Your best friend? I hesitated, gnawing on the pen's cap. Your best friend. I read the question out loud. It was easy, but at the same time, very important. The answer to that was my sister's name, so I carefully wrote it into the squares. Aww. Olya. Aw, that's so precious. That is so sweet. Oh my god, look! They got the super S's at the bottom! I remember I used to do that all over my notebook. The one with the 3 lines and then you connect it all and it turns into an S. Olya. I repeated my sister's name while sneaking out of the school. There was a cute, freshly drawn dragon in my notebook that I made to please my beloved sister. Oh, that's so cute! In this land of darkness and deceit, her support was the only thing that inspired me to keep drawing, and stopped me from losing hope in humanity. Refreshing frosty air made my cheeks turn beet red. It was bright outside, and the sun looked like a whole egg yolk. The road looked as if it was silvered, the snow sparkled under the sunlight. I smiled, squinting from the blinding whiteness. Who cares if I don't have any true friends anymore? I have something more important. Someone who needs my help, who will never betray or hurt me. Family is the most important thing ever. That's what Dad always told me.
Hey, what's up with this stupid grin?
My numb lips immediately shrank. Yasha was shuffling his feet in the middle of the yard, his boots restless on the ice. It's not a grin. I tried to go around him to no avail. Lady Fortune waved me goodbye, disappearing in the early twilight.
In a hurry, eh?
A little bit. Dad is waiting for me.
I'll shoot him a pager message that you're not coming, eh?
I flinched unwittingly, my skin dampened.
Let's go, eh? We have a small business to discuss.
I felt chills run all over my body. I didn't like the sounds of that small business. Those words, accompanied by a spitting murmuring, hid very dark deeds underneath them. Strangers that used to call our old apartment used to say, "Get your old man, we have a small business to discuss." Yasha turned around. He looked like an astronaut in his tight hood. If I were to imagine him as a sound, he'd be a deafening whistle, a signal given by someone who stands watch. To my demise, there was nobody at the backyard. Oh my god. No. You better not pull out a knife on me again, Ramka. Apart from the grim-faced Ramka, he stood there, his feet wide apart with his right hand hidden behind his back. Ramka's dry lips were tightly pursed. He kept shooting glances at me as he looked around.
There he is, eh? I can see that.
Well, hello there, Antosha. What do you want? Ah! He pulled it out! He pulled out the knife. Oh my gosh. He slowly took out a thin, carnivorously shiny blade from behind his back. A knife. The steel butterfly of death that flies toward the victim's heartbeat. Wait, what? I stepped back instinctively and rammed my back into Byasha. Ramka's minion pushed me back. We wanted to know. Do you have any hard feelings for me or Byasha? Ramka started picking on his yellow nail, looking at me with an evil smirk on his face. Well, there in the forest, we kind of roughed you up.
It's just our poor upbringing, you know?
Yeah, not as cultured as you city folk. So we get feisty sometimes. I nodded, my eyes glued to the knife. The blade glowed under the setting sun, and Ramka's eyes had the same evil glow. Oh, no. He stepped toward me. His knife traveled inches away from my coat. One movement, and steel would cut into cloth, and if he pushes deeper... A little bird told us that you were snooping about Polina again. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Polina was. I wonder who that little bird was. Katya? Ugh. That's probably why she was smirking evilly. She was like, oh my god, I'm gonna tell on Ramka, and you're gonna be so dead. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Polina was. My brain was malfunctioning. My knees were shaking. Suddenly, our class rep slowly walked up to Ramka from behind. Well, look who it is! Speak of the devil!
I see you boys are getting along quite well.
I owe you one, Katya.
Oh, no need to thank me, Ramchka. I'm always fighting for true love. Yes.
I'll kill you, I swear. I can't hear you. Were you near Polina or not? Well, we didn't hang out or anything. The only thing hanging out here will be your guts when I cut open your stomach. The blade slid across my sleeve with its dull side and reached my collar. The wind made my face cold, but a bead of sweat still trickled from my temple. A switch flipped in my head. It all made sense now. I remembered Wamka constantly sneaking glances at Polina. I remembered his scrawly handwriting in the questionnaire. Why didn't I study it more in depth? I see you near Polina even once, and you won't get away with a simple bump. Got it? Yes. Now scram! I was probably so hypnotized by the knife that Ramka had to repeat his threat. Scram! I thought about the cold, sharp blade when retreating from the yard. I was asking myself whether I had enough courage to break the promise I made to these bastards. The aftertaste of horrible water, I drank down my meds, with lingered in my mouth. I am feeling stressed for Anton. This life is too much. It is too much. This is exhausting. The aftertaste of horrible water I drank down my meds lingered in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Polina. But Ramka's threat was also on my mind. I still don't know what the meds are. I wandered around the house, feeling intoxicated, and nodded to everything my sister said without trying to discern her words. She's talking so much. Olya was talking non-stop at times, lifting up her arms and laughing, only to then suddenly go quiet and give me Mom's signature snarly look. Oh. I was yanked out of the prison of my own mind, where seething thoughts pecked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. I stared back. Olya looked like a mini version of Mom right now. Well, to be precise, she looked like the person Mom turned into when we moved here, with her intimidating posture and her eyebrows directed toward the ceiling.
You weren't listening to me, were you?
She tried spitting out those words at me, copying facial expressions of the person she spent almost all of her time with. For a moment, I felt like the light Olya exuded all these years waned and wavered in the wind of prolonged changes. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into the dragon that was once guarding her prison tower. That thought was much scarier to me than any other horror sneaking up to me from the future. Sorry, Olya. I didn't want to make you mad. I just got lost in thought. I looked around the room, my gaze jumping from one object to another, like a hungry beast trying to find anything that could distract Olya. Let's play the console! Olya pouted, but there was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's ice shard inside them started thawing.
And what about the second controller? It's not working. And Dad has no time to fix it.
We can play with the light gun. What do you want to play? Cowboys? Ducks?
You're better than me at both.
Oh, come on. You must have been practicing the whole time I was away from home. Olya burst out laughing. Her heart was warm once again.
How did you know? But I'm a good shooter now. You've already lost.
You've picked the wrong fight here. Come on, turn it on. Oh, they're so sweet. I love them. I love them so much. Little Olya jumped toward the TV set, and after flicking the power switch, started blindingly feeling around the backside of the futon, trying to play the console cable into the antenna input. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with a remote to look for the channel with the sought-after Dendy signal. Oh my god, is this Home Alone? Those were some scenes. Oh my god! Excuse me, there's a lot of scenes in here. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with a remote to look for the channel with the sought-after Dendy signal. Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Olya's expression suddenly changed. She lost all the childish nonchalantness she worked so hard to acquire before. What happened, Olya? My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off her dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation.
Mom, she...
Olya went silent for a moment. I thought I saw tears welling up her eyes.
She had this scary thing happen to her again.
My sister looked at me with wet eyes. What happened? You had a fit, huh? This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we moved to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency.
Dad brought home a big fish. It was wrapped in a newspaper and had a foul smell. Mom got angry again, and then she took a knife.
Olya squirmed, looking fearfully out of the window.
They started screaming at each other.
I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable, standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all.
And then Mom struck it. Like this.
Olya slightly moved her fist downward, imitating a strike.
She hit the fish. It was still alive, Tasha. It must have been in pain, and Mom...
It was easy to imagine what happened next. The writhing fish with blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling musk into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit by a bus in front of us and their blood was smeared all over the windshield, or when Grandma chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Oh, what the heck? Her eyes would roll over, she would fall on the floor. She would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree and started writhing just like that agonizing fish, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences. What is happening? And what about Dad? Did he help her? Olya shuddered as if just remembering it pained her.
Yes, but at first, he started laughing, Tasha. He let out an evil laugh when he saw that Mom was in trouble. Then he cried.
Olya's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the forest oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped toward Olya and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest, and I could feel my shirt becoming wet.
Why are they bullying each other, Tasha? Are they crazy?
I stuttered, unable to justify the actions of our parents. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god! What the fuck? This doesn't feel real! And the only way that he thinks that this is happening is that the parents are being affected by the negative forest energy. I don't know how true that is. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that epilepsy? Do you think it's epilepsy? I was wondering if it's because she was actually sick and that smelling dead things might be the trigger. I don't know. But the dad laughing and then crying is a bit weird. And maybe the kids don't know that maybe that she's possibly sick. If they said it's like a rare occasion. I am wondering if the mom does have epilepsy and maybe the smell of like dead things is a trigger for her. Maybe. I stuttered, unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had ran out of words, and all I could do was hug Olya even tighter. No. Oh my God. I wasn't expecting that. What the freak was that? What the heck was that? What? Oh. Olya screamed and hid behind me. Turn it off quick! No matter how many times she saw this intro, she would always react the same. Just like when she saw that owl. Well, that intro is not okay. Whatever that show is caca. Should not be jump scaring me like that. I'm with Olya, Anton. I'm with Olya. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time this ghastly face appeared on the screen, so immediately complied with my sister's request. Alright, let's just play some video games and forget about everything that just happened, yeah? Let's just play some video games. I want to play some, Paper Mario. Wait, was that the SNES? I don't remember what was on the SNES. Finally, the game selection screen showed up for the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Yay! Let's play some video games! Woo! Goose Hunt. I don't know any of these games. Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. I picked up the gray rectangular controller and started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English word for duck. Background music from the menu soothed Olya's mind, and she asked in a calm voice,
How are things at school?
Nothing good. School is new, but my treatment's the same. As if we'd never moved. So tired of this. Before despair could lead me down its depressing road toward the clutches of oppressive thoughts, something evil writhed deep inside my skull, awakening wild and pleasant memories. Actually, something good did happen. Oh, Anton's getting sus! Olya watched with hope, filled eyes as a wicked smile spread on my face, faintly resembling the wound from a box cutter knife. Another boy went missing.
Tasha, do you think that's good? Why do you say that?
My sister's voice trembled when she looked into my eyes through the thick lenses. You know, that other missing boy, Bova? Maybe what happened to him was all his fault. Maybe he did something so bad that he no longer deserved to live.
Don't be so cruel, please!
Olya pressed her knees into her chin and hugged them with her hands, trying to take up less space, as if she wanted to shrink or even disappear altogether. It was the only reasonable thing for us to do, go missing among all the other broken toys. Oh? I never encountered evil parents or mad classmates. We're the only ones left for each other. The only ones who could protect, listen, and sympathize. Which means she's bound to listen to what I think about them all. These beasts pretending to be children that are so eager to bully the weak. It was my turn to speak. I think they won't be the last. My breathing quickens. My fingers start banging on the wooden floor. People like them are not worthy of living. Going to the same school with us, or looking at your light. My thoughts got tangled. They slipped away along with my calmness.
Tasha, stop it! You're scaring me!
Don't be scared. I can protect you. Then I finally noticed that Olya was looking at me like I was a stranger.
Who are you?
The rage that welled up inside me subsided. It hid under the guise of my cowardliness, leaving me alone with a growing feeling of guilt for scaring my sister. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I guess I'm just going crazy in that school. She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears. This is freaking weird. I don't know how I feel about this. Anton is getting... Is it the vibe check from the forest, y'all? Is the forest giving Anton some bad vibes, negative energy, and making him do all this, or is this like actually Anton? She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears.
It's okay, Tasha. Just please never say anything like this again.
I swear on Mom's heart. Olya flashed me a bitter smile.
And you told me I shouldn't say that.
You're right. Let's start playing already.
I go first.
Hey, we're playing! Woo! Let's forget about everything that happened. Let's just have fun. Let's have fun. Yay! Shoot them ducks. Yay! Good old fun. Turn off? Oh, I can just turn it off? Why would I do that? I want to play with Olya. I want to beat Olya. I don't know if I can though. I'm doing so good at this game. I am. Look, perfect. Heck yeah, I am.
I was going easy on you here.
Okay, you were going easy on me. All right. Oh, look at Olya. What a professional shot. Pro shooter. Oh, I almost missed. Oh. Oh, what the? No! I actually missed! Oh no. This is getting hard. What? I hit that one! I hit that one.
Boo, it's your fault I missed.
How come she's getting less points and I'm like missing a lot? And I'm getting all the points. Oh shit. Oh! Oh! Okay, this is getting harder. Oh! Oh, come on! Oh, jeez! Oh, I'm doing so bad. Dude, I only hit one. How did I win though? I was not doing good.
This doesn't count. You were closer to the screen. I'm not playing with you anymore.
I thought I did bad. My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt. Anton, there's a call for you! It's a girl. I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway.
It's Polina.
Watch your step! I grabbed the phone, pressed it into my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went to the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Olya as she went. Hello?
Your mom has such a young voice.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is young.
Are you busy right now?
No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me, or a risk I took on just answering this call. There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts.
I've been thinking. I need to tell you something.
I froze. Can't be. Does she like me?
You've been looking so lost lately. And when I saw you at school today, you were pale like a ghost.
I couldn't find words. My heart was aflutter in anticipation.
I wanted to say that I'm on your side.
A smile was spreading on my face in anticipation for Polina's next words.
And I feel so sorry for you. Good guys like you deserve better. I want to believe that you'll find the strength to fight back at some point, and the others will stop picking on you.
The pen fell out of my weak fingers. Is that all she's going to say?
Maybe you'll even find a girlfriend.
It sounded as if she was unsure of her own words.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that you're a nice guy.
It was a total failure. Oh no, now... Oh no! Polina doesn't feel the same way about him, and he doesn't like that. Compassion instead of an invitation to hang out.
You there?
Before I could reply, Olya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover, Encyclopedia of a Young Lady.
Will you take long?
I covered the handset with my hand. I'm in the middle of a conversation. What happened?
A bedtime story, please. Mom fell asleep.
Go to your room. I'll be there in a minute.
Just be quick, okay?
Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister running up the stairs. Hello? Polina?
Sorry, I need to run. Can you imagine? There's someone in love with me, and he snoops about under my windows, demanding to go on a date with him. I'll go chase him away before Grandpa wakes up. Maybe I should give him a chance.
I bit my lower lip in jealousy.
I'll tell you tomorrow if you want. We're friends after all.
I don't know. No. Anton, no. Oh, this is getting very disturbing. Oh, Anton, you're having such super disturbing thoughts. This is... This is disgusting. Friends. At least she didn't say we were besties. Yeah, sure. Good. The buzzer hammered at my brain. Dirty slut. An angry voice spoke through the teeth in my brain. Like a restless zombie devoid of a consciousness, I dragged my feet up the staircase. Ugh. I wish I could tell Dad, ask for his manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly. Well, where's your book? I stuttered. The kids' room was empty. Olya? She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. Oh no. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtain. What? Gotcha! There was nobody behind the cloth. The window was a TV screen showing wintry scenes. The lamppost, the field, and a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Alyssa and Olya! Oh my! I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Alyssa was leading Olya into the thicket. I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air cracked somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. Olya was taken by Alyssa, and Anton told her to stay away from this fox. I don't know what this fox is, what their goal is, I don't know. But it's sus. This is all sus. Everything is, too much is happening right now. Too much is happening. There's Polina, there's Anton being very, very concerned. I'm very concerned about this. And the fact that his parents are not on top of him, it feels like a recipe for disaster that's gonna happen here. I really think this kid is bad. Really bad. I feel like he is capable of doing awful things to people. Anyways, I'm going to end episode 3 of Tiny Bunny right here. I have a feeling that it's going to be a very long episode, so I'm going to cut this into segments. But thank you, beautiful, so much for watching. If you made it all the way through, please like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know what's going to happen with Olya. And why did Olya decide to go with Alyssa after Anton warned her? Why is she doing all of this? And why is Anton being so freaking sus? Obviously, he's going through a lot of things right now, but his mind to switch automatically to wanting harm to others it's not okay, no matter how much of a situation that you are in. Anyways, thank you, beautiful, so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you, beautifuls, in the next one. Take care. Bye.